Insane, huh? Good morning, happy Vlogmas day 2. We're gonna do a little bit of like a deep clean today. It's Saturday and I'll have to show you guys. It still snowed a bunch last night. I feel like all I've shown you is snow, but I think I'm finally starting to see some sun come out. This is the first sun in like 3 days. I have a pretty chill day though because it's still really cold out. There's not much to do. Today I have a lot of work that I need to do to kind of just get fitness ready to go for Monday. And I also just have some client work I'm gonna do. But first I wanna just like clean the house so the rest of the day we can just kind of chill, watch college football and hang out and have kind of like a rotting day with work. But that is the plan, just kind of deep clean today, get the house cleaned up and get ready to go. And then tomorrow we'll do like some meal prep and things like that this weekend, but nothing crazy with the snow. We're just gonna be kind of chilling around the house. So let's get to it. One of the spaces I'm trying to get done is our dining room, if you can call it that, before Thanksgiving because we're hosting for the first year. And pretty much 90% of the stuff in this house is hand-me-downs, believe it or not. So like that table used to be my parents and it was like this dark cherry wood and we sanded it down and just left it like the natural wood and put like a matte seal on it. But I want to cut the legs down because it's like a high top table and get new chairs because again those are hand-me-downs. I also desperately need a new rug. It's too small for the space even, but we've just always like kind of stuck with it just because we didn't want to invest in a bunch of stuff in this space. But now I'm like, I feel like I need it to be festive for the holidays, so I'm gonna get a new rug. I want to cut the legs down, but I need to find somebody who can do that for me. And then I want to get new chairs for the space so that I can do like a tablescape and do a bunch of decor on it. We'll see if I can get this done before Thanksgiving. I kind of am doubtful, but maybe before Christmas at the least. We gotta set the mood though. I started doing a weekly reset this year, focusing on just making sure that my space always was cleaned up in a bigger capacity on the weekends, either from Friday to Sunday. I just like waking up on Monday super refreshed. Monday is my busiest day of the week and I'm constantly doing check-ins or client works or reprogramming, and I just have to be fully focused. And something that I noticed that makes that possible is having my space completely reset and cleaned up and all of the things in place so that I don't feel the clutter, because it does affect me mentally and it causes me to feel overstimulated really quickly. So I just like being able to have a clean space. And personally, I've been loving doing this on Saturdays so that Sunday mornings are a little bit more relaxed and we can go into the week really fresh. And this varies from week to week. Sometimes I have more things to do than others and it's a 30-minute cleanup, and other times it's 2 hours, just depending on if I'm cleaning a lot of different things. But today we just focused on a quick sweep of the house. I cleaned Aspen's bowls, I did some laundry, cleaned the kitchen, and got the spaces ready to go. And something that I do every single week, no matter what, is washing our sheets. I just love having fresh sheets for the week and making sure that our bed and everything is reset as well. So every Sunday I do a pretty big staple prep, and I do like the same things. I'm really boring when it comes to my staple prep, mainly because I like to be able to throw together a bunch of different random meals. I don't want to have like too many things that are eccentric because my meal prep really comes down for like lunches. I usually make my creative meals at like dinner time. So when I do that, I feel like I still get like fun meals. I get to be creative. But I don't feel like I have to do so much work for meal prep, because with lunch, the reality is I'm always like working until the point where I'm starving and I literally can't go a second longer. So I like to have things just like in the fridge that I can throw in a plate and throw in the microwave, and I usually just take it back to my desk. And I don't want anything like super eccentric. Usually what I want is something simple like chicken and rice or chicken and ground beef, and then like broccoli is like the vegetable that I like right now. And I find that if I keep it simple, it's much easier to stick to a routine and a plan than it is to feel like how many calories is this, how much protein's in this. It's very basic. and it allows me to feel just like not too worried about it. I'm eating whole foods. I don't have to spend time cooking. I'm not really counting macros at this moment, but like when I do count macros, it is so much easier when you have simple meals that you can throw together and are 3 ingredients versus something that you have to like divide the recipe up and make sure it's accurate, and it's just a pain in the butt. So I really like to stick to like the simple options, and especially for lunches, that's just like the way that I operate best. Is I want something simple. I usually don't want something too heavy, but I want to have something like nourishing. So I usually go for like chicken, rice and broccoli, or I'll do like potatoes and ground beef and broccoli, or spinach, or asparagus if I'm having it that week. And it makes it so much easier to just have meals ready to go. And I'm not even kidding you, like it takes me 5 minutes with a staple prep. So when I'm staple prepping, I usually do it for like a week, maybe a little under a week. I would say 5 days. Usually it lasts us Monday through Friday, and Saturdays and Sundays we're not too worried about like what we have. We usually have like soups or bigger dinners that we've made during the week that we're having like as lunches on the weekends. So it's not really a concern as much, but like during the work week when we're both just like super busy, it changes our lives. And I'm scrubbing potatoes if you can't tell. But that is how we kind of handle our meal prep, or our staple prep I should say, because I don't really throw together any meals. I don't do anything crazy. I personally just prefer them to be like simple whole food staples that are either a micronutrient like a fruit or a vegetable that's ready to grab and go. Especially those washed and prepped make my life so much easier. Otherwise I will not grab for them. Like if I have to cook something in the middle of the day, I'm not having it. A carbohydrate, I usually make rice first thing in the morning just because I've seen that it can grow bacteria and it freaks me out. So I usually make a fresh batch of rice every single morning, and we have that at lunchtime. So I just put it in Instant Pot when I'm making breakfast, and then it's ready to go when I'm ready to eat lunch. And then we have potatoes usually ready to go. So that's really what we have for lunches. And then we have our 2 favorites, which is lean ground beef. I usually do like 93% lean, and then chicken breast is usually my favorite for lunch. The holidays and like the season time, like making a fun recipe. So like I like to make it in a mood and an ambiance. I'll like turn on the lights, I'll have some music, I'll have a TV show, I'll pour myself like a cocktail or a mocktail, and I'll cook for like 35 minutes or 40 minutes and make a fun little recipe. So that's when I get like my fill of like fun recipes. But lunches, they gotta be simple, and they gotta be whole foods and ready to go, or I'm skipping it or not eating nearly as good as I should. Today we have potatoes, I have my chicken cooking, strawberries and raspberries are soaking, so they're clean and ready to go. I love snacking on these, and yogurt bowls, or having them like on the side during breakfast. I have my broccoli soaking, and I'm scrubbing the potatoes right now, and I'm gonna roast these up. And that's it. And it takes me about an hour a weekend, so it's totally doable. And like you could do this when you make like a dinner. You could make like these staples as like a dinner, like chicken and potatoes one night, and then broccoli, and then you could do like ground beef and rice on another night, and just make bigger batches and make them last for the week for you. But this is how I like to do it, and it works really well for me. So we're gonna rinse these, get them started, and finish up the chicken. We're gonna make homemade pizzas tonight too. So one of the things I'm gonna meal prep right now is homemade pizza dough. Usually I make like a homemade sourdough loaf or homemade gluten-free loaf every single week. I have a little bit left, so I probably will wait until like midweek to make that instead of making it today. But I'm gonna make homemade pizza dough, which I've never done before, but I make homemade bread every week, so I figured there's got to be a similar recipe. So I'm gonna try that this evening. So it's got to rise for an hour, and then I think it only bakes like 30 minutes. So fingers crossed that is successful, because if it's not, I don't know what else we're gonna have for dinner. No. I have chicken breast and chicken tenders in here. This is just all they had at the store. And my favorite way to have this is with frozen peppers. So I grabbed some of that, and then this garlic from Trader Joe's, and that's gonna be like the meal itself. So then I have like the vegetables in there if I want them. I can add some broccoli on the side, and I usually just pair this with rice for lunch. These are the peppers I get. And then yes, you can use like fresh garlic cloves, but this makes my life so easy. And it's just 1 cube is equal to a garlic clove. So I usually do 2. You want to smell it? Smell it? Oh, good.
Baby, I'll be up in a minute.
So far, so good. It smells so good. I wish I could describe the smell. This might be the go-to recipe. We'll see once we try it. I know. This smell is insane, huh?